to the Fireball 4 tutorial on fire actions. A fire action is when you shoot the enemy to try to break them or eliminate them. Now time to activate this German unit. We're going to start with this machine gun team, and like anyone else it can move, shoot, and rally in any order. It's going to start with a fire action. When it goes to shoot, it must shoot at the closest element of type, and what we mean by that is type are the 6 types listed in the front of the book. So that'd be an individual like a leader, an infantry squad or team, a weapons team, or a vehicle. So in this situation, this is the closest infantry element in its line of sight, so it must shoot here. When you go to do a fire action, each element in the game rolls a different combination of dice to determine hits. And if you look on the unit vehicle stat chart, it lists what everyone has versus infantry or versus tank, but this is versus infantry only. There's always 3 types of dice versus infantry: white hit dice, colored hit dice, and range dice. And you're going to have different numbers of these depending on what weapon is shooting. What you need to know is white hit dice cause morale checks depending on the type of terrain or cover that the target is in. Red or colored hit dice only ever cause hits on 6s, natural 6s. Okay? And the range dice is going to help determine if the target is hit or not. Basically, every weapon also has an effective range. So in this situation, the machine gun has an effective range of 20. So when you roll the range dice, you add this to the effective range, and that is the total distance you can cause a hit. So if this was a 16, which is what it shows here, you'd add that to 20, which would mean on that shot, the machine gun could possibly hit someone at 36 inches. If we had rolled a 3, then that would mean the machine gun can possibly hit someone out to 23 inches. If they're at 24, doesn't matter what you rolled in the hit dice, they'd basically be out of range. Okay. Also, if the target lies within this number, so if the target was within 3 inches, you get to add 1 to your white hit dice. Okay. So let's roll our shot on this with this machine gun and see what happens. Okay, this is our roll. So we look at it. First we can look at the white dice. Now the target, again, we need 6s because he's behind hard cover. We need 6s on the white hit dice. So we know the 3 is definitely a miss. Now the 5 is not a hit, but if the target is within the roll of the range dice, which in this is 16, you get to add 1. So measuring, yes, the target is within 16 inches. So this 5 gets to become a 6. It's a bonus for the range dice. That yields 1 hit. Then you look at the color dice. Color dice only ever hit on 6s. So the target is within range because the base range of a machine gun is 20 inches plus 16 for the range dice, so we know it's within 36 inches. So the 6 causes another hit. Now the 1 is a miss, but we designated the purple color die as the ammo malfunction die, so when you roll a 1 on that, there's a chance you go out of ammo. So you roll it again. On a 1 or a 2, the machine gun would go out of ammo. Okay, it rolls a 5, so then the machine gun does not go out of ammo. That leaves us with 2 hits on the American team. That causes 2 morale checks. He immediately takes 2 morale checks. His morale is a 4, so he needs a 4 or better. He rolls a 3 and a 4. Since his morale is a 4+, he needs a 4 or better to pass. So he passes 1 and fails 1. That makes him break. He goes to broken morale. If you fail 1, you go to broken. If you fail more than 1, you're eliminated. He immediately can make a route movement, which is 45 degrees away from the shooter, up to 12 inches. He decides he wants to do that. He wants to run back, and he wants to touch his leader, which will help in the rally phase.
Smoke and noise coming from the woods about 2 miles east of San Luis indicated German tanks were there. The only American troops between these Germans and the town of San Luis was a company of the 168th Engineers of the 106th Division.